Supply and demand rather than burns. Choose this is starting to take on a really strange shape when it comes to Shiba Inu coin, Shibarium, and the quantity of Shiba Inu coin that Shibarium will be burning. I find it strange that the SHIB team won't even acknowledge the numbers. Until everyone is aware that adoption is the key to advancement, they simply ignore the numbers. The only logical explanation for their indifference for the numbers is because they already know that, given their current setup, no Shiba Inu coins will be burned. Ryoshi has not made any announcements. Cal has laughed in the face of anyone who believes that tuition should be increased in any way. Many more fans of the Shiba Inu money ecosystem team abuse, denigrate, and despise anyone who merely requests an answer. Everyone who requests that simple math be done gets a ban from Lucy. In this video, I think I may have the answer. I'll give it to you now so you may answer and tell me what you think. It will be a really interesting tactic since I don't think the Shiba Inu currency ecosystem team will be cooperating. So let's discuss their arguments and potential remedies. If it sounds like something you'd be interested in, I won't read the entire thing. Despite the length of this tweet, it is clear what the Shiba Inu coin ecosystem team supporters are trying to say. It is ignorance since they are completely ignoring the number. Therefore, it is illogical to claim that adoption cannot increase even if fees do. Now, we're not asking for a large fee increase. According to Shibarium's current list of pricing, the priority fee is presently 1 penny. Validators are paid $1, followed by burns at $0.11. If you double burn it, it becomes 11 zeros and a 2. Burning 10 times yields 10 zeros and a single number. If you burn 100 times, do you still grasp what I'm saying? The total fees wouldn't even increase by 0.1% if you spent $1 million. The main issue in this scenario is that burns may be considerably worsened while still going unchecked. Even if the overall burning grew by a factor of 1 million, the total fees wouldn't increase by 0.1%. Why ignore that? Why not talk about those numbers? Merely because they wish to avoid burning. That is the only explanation. Consider my thoughts on Shibarium prices as well as those of the seemingly fictitious Ryoshi. Guys, it's possible that Ryoshi is merely Shido's other story. She had to create it so that we could advance in our relationship with the SHIB ecosystem team. Except, of course, that no one would ever give the keys to an outsider, which is what happened when the insider, the creator, said to provide those keys. So despite having a well-written and compelling plot, it succeeds. In addition to Ryoshi's stated preference for low or minimum Shibarium payments, raising the fees will be detrimental to adoption. Who among you would protest if the whole fee increased by 0.1%? Nobody. None of the individuals listed. The Earth. If it was Dorados or whatever the hell the topic of that piece was, that fish vendor in Dubai is selling it. Would he really be upset that he was charged 1 cent instead of 1.00001 cents? No, it would never have an effect on anything. We would, however, result in 1 million more burns. It says, remember, this is my defense for this. And this is a weak defense. I'll explain why. I think like this. When Vitalik burned the majority of his SHIB, a massive fire resulted. It was, however, going through a major downturn. I've previously discussed this. Additionally, SHIB burn might have written about it recently too. Absolutely. SHIBs experienced a considerable spike in the months after Vitalik's burn, leading to an all-time high. Due to increased demand, the price increased. Not the most terrifying fire a SHIB can ever encounter. This is also accurate. The demand would not have been as high, though, if Vitalik had never destroyed those money and it had persisted. Instead of 8,800 points per coin, we would have reached 4,400 points each coin. The maximum would have been half. Why? Since the supply was virtually cut in half. It doesn't demonstrate that burning will cause demand to rise. However, that is not what we are saying. Burns will increase the cost ceiling. Burns agrees to a rise in price for the same market cap. There is no requirement for demand and supply to always be correlated. However, it makes it possible to charge higher prices while maintaining the same level of demand. Therefore, if we want SHIB to have a market cap of $100 billion, we may expect that the all-time highs will double. If 90% of the supply is utilized, on the other hand, the price will rise 20 times from its prior peak. If we burn 99% of the supply, the price will triple to an all-time high. There is no question that supply affects the final price. Here, we are not asking for a demand impact. No requests for burns are being made to increase demand. Burns are what we want: maximum force, a single burn. This post also asserts that if Shibarium is widely embraced and utilized, burns will occur. But they don't take the numbers into account. Because of the current cost structure, it would require 8.5 quadrillion transactions to do this. Nothing has ever occurred 8.5 quadrillion times in human history. Run the figures. In my opinion, it hasn't even been since the beginning of time. For humans, it would have taken 8.5 quadrillion breaths. Despite the fact that this quantity is so tremendous and inconceivable that Shibarium would never be able to attain it, they refuse to look at those data. Here's a thought: all right, if they don't want to, we could still do it. What are validators' fees? They think the world is ruled by validators. They are 165 million times greater than burn fees. Suppose I launched a validator. What would happen? Okay, I won't promise that it would be approved. What if I started a validator and the community using the real Shiba Inu coin validated or delegated with it, and those fees, the profit from those fees, or a portion of those fees, something where everyone could still profit for delegating and so on, but a sizable portion of the priority fee received by that validator was sent to the burn wallet? Don't you believe that if almost all of the delegates went to that validator, we would literally witness Shiba Inu coin burning? The priority fee would not be equal to 1/65 millionth of them. It would be a substantially higher proportion. At that time, that validator might also do well in terms of voting power. If the doggy DAO were ever issued, Shiba Inu coin holders would want nothing more than to rule over the Shibazins. I'm curious about your thoughts. What are your thoughts on those ideas in the following comment section? If it went directly there and was still red, make sure to click it. Join us by becoming a channel subscriber. We collaborate every day. We are here to grow our portfolios. Almost Claybro 883. Free 6 to 12 stocks on Binance, Coup, Webull, and please read this score until next time. I sincerely hope that each and every one of you has a wonderful day.